Hello guys, welcome to AI and Automation Express channel. This is the third video in a series of UiPath Data Manager feature. In previous video, we take an introduction of Data Manager, then we walk through variables and global arguments. Now in third video of this series, we will go through arguments and constants. So first of all, we all know like what is difference between variables and arguments. Variables are locally used data types and it is used to holding a data, and arguments are used to pass a data between different workflows, and their types are in, out, and in, out. So this is basic about argument. So here in UiPath Data Manager, just like previous argument panel, we can create, edit arguments in bulk. We can create, edit arguments, and the third new thing which is coming with the UiPath Data Manager is required property. So we can make any argument as a required argument. So if we make any argument as a required argument, and then when we invoke any workflow and not pass that is required argument into that particular workflow, then UiPath will give us compile time error for that. So that is one new thing is added, and then later on we will see how to manage argument within Data Manager, which is like edit operation, remove of or delete of any arguments, or converting any argument to variable, and finding those arguments reference within Studio. So let's go through all of them in the UiPath Studio. So just like the previous video of the variable, we have a option called argument here. So we can create argument in three way, just like a variable. We can first way is we can use this top menu, and from here there is a plus sign, and we have an option called argument. We can click on that argument option, give a name of the argument. We can give a direction of the argument, whether it is in, out, or in, out type of argument, and we can select appropriate data type for our argument. We can give a default value for our argument, and this is required property which I was talking about just now. So if you want to make any argument as a required argument, then we can check this checkbox, and otherwise we can uncheck this checkbox. And when we hit on OK, that argument is created here under argument node. The second option is we can use this new argument option just like a variable. When we click on this new argument, it will create a new argument inline. You can edit that argument's name by clicking on that. It will that argument name is become editable and you can edit it. That is true for this previously created argument also. Like if you want to edit that argument, then you can just click and it will be editable text box and you can edit it. So you can do that. You can select the direction from here. You can select the data type from here and give default value and is required property as well. And the third option to create argument is from this three dot near argument. Okay. So you can use this new argument option, and just like this plus sign in the top menu, this pop-up will open this same pop-up and you can give all the fields and create argument. Just like variable, you have option here also to create argument in bulk. So when you create a argument, click on create argument bulk, this form will be shown and you can click on add and add different arguments. The only small cosmetic difference is in case of variable, this button name was new. Here it is add. That's the only difference. And obviously, the property here is different from the variable like direction and data type and re is required. Okay, all of these are there. In that case, you have a scope as a different property. So that is there when you add different argument here and close this form, all those arguments are actually created inside Data Manager. You can see those same arguments here also, but the only difference is you cannot see that is required property, which is you can see from here and set from here. Okay, so this is the way how you can create a new argument is by three-way, and there is one option to create a argument in the bulk. Now the next important topic which we'll cover is constant. So let's go through our PPT and see what is about constants. So constant is newly added in the UiPath Data Manager. Constants enable you to define a fixed value that do not change during project execution. So whoever is like from the programming background, they know constants in the C Sharp .NET or VB.NET languages. So it's same as that. So whatever variables value is fixed across the project, you can use that constants variable for that those fields. Okay. So for example, you have your company name. So your company name is fixed across your automation project, and you want to use company name in different selector, for example, as a variable. Okay, if you want to use that name in a comparison condition within journey of your automation, in all those cases you require that fixed value variable. So you can define that as a constant, you can define it as once, and then throughout project execution you cannot change its value. If you trying to change it, then UiPath will give you error for that. The another thing is constants are available globally and can be referred in activity input fields throughout the project. So that's a natural, right? Like it is available globally across all the different workflows for that constant value. Cannot change the name and data type of created constant. So just like a global variable, here also you cannot change a name and data type of once created constant variable. Can only change the constant's default value. You can update default value field within constant, but that you can only do from the data manager. You cannot update its value anywhere from any of the workflow. Only the default value field which is there in data manager field, that data manager pane, that you can update. Here, only limited data types are supported for the constant type of variable, which is text, number, true and false means boolean, uh, n- number with decimals means decimal data type is supported, date data type is supported, and duration data type is supported. So only this limited number of data type is supported for constant for now. UiPath may enhance them in future releases. Constants are not available in Windows legacy type of project and are not supported in the library project. So in library project and Windows legacy type of project, there is no support for the constant variable. So you cannot use that constant feature in that type of project. So let's go ahead and quickly see that demonstration within UiPath Studio. So just like other argument and variable node, there is a separate node called constant uh, inside the panel, and just like argument, you can create constant from here from top menu. When you click on plus sign, you can click on constant and you can create a constant. It will open one pop-up form. You need to give a name of your constant variable. You can select a data type of constant variable. As we already discussed in the slide, there are only limited type of data type are supported here for the constant, and only you can select from them. Okay, uh, you can update default value for your constant, maybe company name. Okay, I can give this variable name as a company name, and when I hit OK, this constant is created in line. Okay. Similar to variable in argument, you can use this new button and You can create a constant, but the only difference here is when you try to use this new constant button in case of variable in argument, then automatically variable in argument is created inline and you can modify its property. But here, data manager is showing up pop-up form from where you need to select the properties and values, and then that variable will be created. And the third option is you have this three dots, and from that three dots you have a option called new constant, which you will click and that same form will show and you can create that constant. The another difference is you cannot create a constant in a bulk. That feature is not available. Create a bulk constant variables. Okay, so just keep that in mind. This option is not available for constants type of variable. As we already discussed, once we create a constant, you cannot rename its name, you cannot modify its data type, its scope is always global. Okay. Previously, in case of variables, you have a option to change scope of any variable. Okay. But just like a global variable, it has a scope as a global, and it has a default value property which you can modify. Okay, but this property you cannot modify during your workflow. So let's see that, like, how it is working. Let's use this assign property and use this constant which is company name and try to assign a value test company name modification. And as you can see, we are getting a error called the property company name is read only. Means that value is constant and we cannot modify its name from our workflow. We can only use this company name variable within our automation for the comparison purpose in if else condition or in loops or in selectors. Okay, we can only use them. So this is all about arguments and constant. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please watch my video, and if you have any suggestion or if you want to ask me any questions, just comment in the comment section, and do follow and subscribe my channel. And in the coming section of the videos, we will go through all the remaining options available within Data Manager. And I also want to make one video about connect to new workbook file option, which is newly added for the large type of Excel sheet and large number of Excel sheet if you are using within your automation. So that also we will have one session for that. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.